All right. Gonna go ahead and try to get some more levels of Sorcerer. Let me actually just put this in, the Discord. I will finish my sentences. It's highly unlikely. It's the weekend. I'm not supposed to have to think. Alright, let me pop up OBS so I can see anybody who's chatting. Let's get going. After I spend this 3 points. I think in 2 runs I need to switch out gear again to raise the item level for my overgeared stuff. No mana cost? Alright. That's 100% useless, but... most of the monuments are not good. Common theme in the game, there's a lot of options that just don't see use, because there's huge power differentials. Like why you don't bother even focusing on killing anything in earlier stages, because the experience difference is so much greater in just between low and high tier. Alright, got one of the crests. So that's one of 3 experience items I would like to find on a run. Love there were more of them. Yep, unfortunately, there's not. Alright. None of those are particularly good. That sets the best of the things that aren't good there. Alright. I'm not seeing any secret. So heading down and around. Another good crest. In fact, those are the 2 better crests that you would like to find, because the elite damage one matters very little. But a flat 10% and boss damage is good. 1 secret. I'll reroll once. Yep. I'll pick up that one. Just for the additional move speed. The more resistance one was also a good choice, but I like this one because it gives me a little bit more movement speed for encouraging me to spam spells. I could take 10% more damage there and have 3 of them. I'll take 2 greens, unusually. Alright, that's both secrets. Don't even need the equipment. I'll just leave it there. Alright. Both secrets already, so that's everything else we need on the map. Yeah, there are 2 reasons to cast spells, really. Well, 3. One is the perk that gives you weapon speed when you crit. The lightning has a talent that means I can sometimes stun mobs, so a little bit of damage reduction. And a third is for proccing Drums of Battle. I don't have the Drums of Battle yet, but I do have the other 2 options, so I can just spam all my spells to try to maximize those. That will take out options out of the pool, because now I cannot get the ice or fire options. So that's why that was the superior choice there. No mana. Doesn't matter. Drums of Battle, yep. That was a good perk, but Drums of Battle is one of the best items in the game, so worth the trade. Ow. Yeah, I have no physical damage mitigation, so, and very low health. So I'm going to be taking a ton from physical arrows, unfortunately. Life of a sorcerer. None of these are good. Don't need anything down here, but let me check for secret. There it is. Alright, got Null. Mastery back. Yep. Even though this is my lowest character, it's still worth it to pick up for resources. Every little bit helps. that. Okay, pick up the experience. It's not super worth it, but don't want to fall behind on experience. I'm already. I'm at 4 potions. I don't need to pick that one up though. I need to be dashing more. I forgot that I had the speed obelisk. Nothing really useful there, but I'll take that one. It's fun to see the ball bounce around. I have a level 700 rogue, so I don't need to care about traps. Like, at all. Only Shadow Curse. Tough choice, tough choice. Whetstone. Ow. See, I think I got everything because I got the secret. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and just got the small shadow curse from over here, and then I'm out. Because I'm very low on health, there is a potential I could just get insta-gibbed by a well-timed archer, so I do need to be careful a little bit. Especially running a little bit of Shadow Curse. But this could be 50% damage. Nope. I'll take speed. I was going to say I wanted damage reduction, but... Not too bad. Alright, I'll take the pork now. Oh, there's a secret. Literally none of my damage is coming from the elements, so I don't need to buff it. My spells are doing virtually nothing. Aside from proccing other things. Oh, I didn't even see this chest. Good thing I got caught there. Everything? Nope. Ow. I need to pick up potions here, so let me do that. And then I can leave. Yeah, there is an argument whether fire would still be better for its healing. I think I slightly prefer the ranged damage reduction that I can get from lightning over the healing once your passive healing gets to a certain point, which is I'm at. Yeah, now I need to start killing things for experience. I'm a little bit over one level in. I would prefer not to have to farm Dark Halls. Dark Halls has a lot of experience, but because of all the ads that have to spawn, through killing wisps multiple times and waiting on the eyes, it's just slow. So I prefer not to. Ow. Running very low vitality. I'm going to be running into these issues of taking a lot of damage at once. I just need to make sure that it doesn't bring my HP to 0. And as long as that's the case, I'm fine. Like they say, the only HP that matters is the last one. But it is a lot of time if I fail, so I'm going to try to keep topped off. All these are really bad. I should have got the blue one to just take it out of the pool. Well, the static zone can also paralyze people. I don't know. Alright, got rid of Shadow Curse. That's a little bit extra protection, because Shadow Curse is very gnarly. The amount of resources in a cache is inconsequential, so I really don't need it. But at the same point, traps do no damage to me, so if I'm going to walk over it because I'm kiting, I'll pick it up. But I will not go out of my way to get it at all. Alright. I could get this talent out of the way. Yeah, let me do that. golden rule, always keep moving, keep them guessing. It's harder to do if you're playing with multiple people because the other person can cause their arrows to hit you. That is one thing that makes solo easier. Or if you do play with multiple people, kite different areas. Even though the monsters are harder, fighting together is usually not worth it. Especially when you get higher level, you'll still be one or two shotting things. Exceptions on bosses, of course. Not much you can do about that. Alright. Was there any shop? Nope. Okay. I'm good to just pick up these braziers then. I said I wasn't going to go out of my way, but I lied. Not worth it at all, time-wise, but I was already halfway there, moving that direction, before I realized it was a cache. So. Goblin Brain commanded me. Since I'm already halfway there, pick it up. I don't like that position. Alright, there's the other secret. Good, good, good. Yeah, having a bunch of archers there scared me. I was like, I might die. But luckily, they're dumb. Good, good, good. We're going to rest that Shadow Curse. I'd still like more health. For that exact reason. Phoenix Feather would also do, but if I don't, Barracks is the hardest stage for me because it's the highest amount of physical damage done. Once we get to Quartz, most of the damage will convert to Elemental, which the Sorcerer actually has decent defenses against. So. Yay. I'm still going to pick up the well, so I can spend my last 2 potions at ease. It does kind of suck not finding a Book of Enlightenment, but what are you going to do about it? Alright. 2.5 levels in, halfway there. I'll have to farm Dark Halls a little bit, probably. Hardest boss in the game, coming up. Alright. Still do need to be careful, because I can still give me if I get enough arrows into my corpse at once. But this is actually less dangerous than Barracks now. For the Sorcerer in particular. Still going to be doing full clears because I need the experience, and I don't want to have to rerun anything. Ooh, moving speed, yes. More dashes again. Ooh. Slightly spicy. There we go. Back to full. There's the secret. I don't want to pack that exit full of archers, so I'm going to kill them first. Alright. So the short sword has 2 separate attacks that it does with the epic version. You have the normal short sword attack, which is just an arc in front of you, which does 100%, and also does a piercing arc, which goes out just a little shorter than what the short bow does, and in a much wider area. If you hit things directly in front of you, they'll get hit with both. So the epic short sword basically doubles the damage there. So if you have something that needs to die quick, just walking up to it and start swinging, it's going to die. But if you're finding something slightly spicy, even just stay back a little, and you'll be doing half the damage, but there's still a couple hits, and it's going to take care of it. The short sword is a bit more powerful than everything else at the moment. With enough stat, the two-handed axe comes close, but it's hard to get those stats. And you want dex so badly compared to strength for offense stats. Because strength is a fucking terrible stat. I'm just going to potion there to keep topped off. Don't want to risk it. Because elite archers are still very spicy. Alright, that's everything on Quartz 1. How am I looking experience? Alright. 1.8 levels left. Anything useful here? That's good. Alright. Definitely a worthy trade for only 3 Shadow Curse there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that now. This is equipment. I don't need it. I misread it at first. Yeah, the best time to dash is right before the click is about to go off, because the fire turns off early and comes up late. Or, sorry, comes back up early, too. So if you dash like that, you can avoid all of the fire. And not have to do it step by step. The timing is a little bit tight, but it's something you can definitely get used to. Alright, that's the secret. Oh darn, dash is about to end. Ooh. Ow. Alright, there we go. One thing I do like about Lightning Ball is it pulls groups from further away for me. Because most of my time is spent collecting mobs, not actually killing them. So that is something that's nice. That goes and aggroes them and starts having them head my way. Same with the chain lightning. And chain lightning also gives more hits to go off of for the paralysis. Alright, snakes, the actual hardest boss in the game. Let's go. Oh, I'll have to get almost a full level here. Unfortunate. The good thing is, since I'm a weapons build, I don't have to worry about them being almost immune to the lightning damage. Ooh. Hit a string of orbs there. Let me back up a little bit to recover. Yeah, again, having high magic resistance here means it is more difficult for me to die, but orbs just do a stupid amount of damage. Because they fire very fast. Alright, 60% left. Alright, there might also be eyes in here. Nope. Okay. Oh, but there were eyes in here that I missed. Okay. 46% left. Sure, more range, why not? Any eyes? No. Okay. Again, Dark Halls being so slow is why I freaking hate it. I hate farming it, but I will to get the last experience. This is why I'm always so excited to see an enlightened book very early in the run. Yep, only new game 82. Yes, you see, it's my lowest one. Right now I'm trying to get the last two that are below 500 to 500. And not because they're bad, but because I just didn't use them for a long time as a joke. Warrior is my other class that is below 500. And they are going to go much quicker. Because a warrior is a very, very good class. Whereas a sorcerer is terrible. Yeah, let me... I think I looked and there are about 940 tower hours. And then 150 some in town, which some of that might be AFK, I'm not sure. Let me check what the statistics say. Yeah. So a little over 1,000 on all characters for this account. And I read your name completely wrong the first time. I, for a second, thought that was Shrek Lover 1890. I apologize. I almost called you that. My mind has been entirely ruined forever. Shivek. Oh, wait. I leveled. Okay. That. And that. Yeah, Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Amen. I have a feeling I can one phase him. Let's see if I will, though. Oh, missed a couple crits at the end. Yeah, 38-minute run. That was kind of slow. But again, had to clear Dark Halls. Let me see. Somebody puts a question. Nope, never mind. Okay, so I'll be at 1723. That's just enough. All right. Gonna have to rearrange my gear real quick. I think 66 isn't enough for a sword up. Nope, I need 69. Darn. Really? There's... Oh, it's because it has con on it. Okay. Nimble. Okay, what's the best? Let's take that off too. What's the next best piece that I can wear? Well, 720 boots. Oh, they're recovering boots though. Ew. What's the level difference between these two? It's a pretty big difference. Okay, well, I'm just going to suck it up. Do these... Yeah, they do. I have not gotten iron in a while. I wasn't planning on needing to. But if I get more DPS, I want to get more DPS. Well, I'm not going to sell stone for it. That's its high skin now. All right. Nimble. Speed. All right. That should give me enough stats to wear everything else. With stat laddering. Bloop. 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 Helm. with Constitution on it. Cool. Don't know if that actually even moved the needle much. But... okay. 1723, what's the next piece that I can get? I'm looking forward to. $1804. Alright, so 7-ish levels. Or new games. Alright. Experience. That. Cool. A little bit slower, which I don't super like, but it is what it is. Anything important in there? No. Okay. Speed, yes, please. None of those are good. Still none of these are good, but I'll get that one to get options out of the pool. Ring resistance, good find. Drums of battle, better find. I do need to start casting spells now, though. Get that out of the pool. Nothing in there I need. Just gonna leave. Oh my, is that number right? There's actually 7 people watching at once? Holy moly. Welcome to the thrilling content of a weapon sorcerer. Most of the picks I'm going to pick are be defensive, because my gear is over-geared, and I'm going to be clearing these guys very quickly. But these runs should not be challenging it at all, as I'm just catching up a character that's way behind. There's one secret. I don't see another, but it's probably up ahead. Oh, there it is. Don't need to pick up any equipment, because all my equipment will be epics. And everything here is going to be extremely under-leveled. don't see any... Oh, there's a secret. I think this is right here. That might be a mushroom, though. They do sort of merge together. 32 wood's not anything, so I'll trade it to get a skill out of the pool. Okay, that was a secret. I really was not sure. The way mushrooms pop into the walls, they can make it look very much like a secret. And there's the other one. Alright. Nice and easy. Protective Charm and a Book of Arms. Belt of the Brute, 20% more health. Thank you very much. More resistances. Alright, I'm doing pretty good this run. Some luck. That very much looked like a secret to me, but I've gotten both of them, so it can't be. Only a monument up here. Oh. 100% more damage. That's something, I guess. The cat has decided to jump up and pounce themselves right in front of the monitor, so I'm doing this without seeing. Oh, there. They decided to move. But they're stopping somewhere they're not allowed to be. Kind of get off the tower. There you go. Alright, what was this? Null field, yes please. It's the main reason I pick lightning instead of fire. Cool. Got all the resistance maxed to there. I have the common ring of resistance. So I will be very good on resistances if I can get the green one. No, this is my lowest level character. Yeah, see. My highest is my wizard, 845, then rogue. Ranger at 555, the rest at 500, except for warrior and sorcerer. At this point, though, I've outscaled the game mostly. Damage can still somewhat be an issue because damage scales very closely with player effective health pool. Yeah. So no, there's not really a cap. There is a cap on progression. Actually, it's when the math of the game breaks, which I can't remember the exact number. I'm nowhere near it. I think it's somewhere like level 3,000 something. The game stops having you gain experience. Yeah. Which technically you can still get more new games, but your character won't level anymore. Did not mean to pick up that Markham Stone, but it was probably the best choice, actually, so I'm not going to complain. Which I'm not sure if that's something they're looking to fix, the variable overflow, because realistically, there are so few people that would ever actually run into it without cheating. There are bigger fish to fry than changing that, though I don't think it would be a hard fix. I think it would just be changing the definition of some variables and pushing the problem, kicking the can down the road. I did not need to get that. That was just equipment. And I don't know why I'm bothering to actually do traps. Traps do no damage to me. Habit, I guess, more than anything. Like, as proof of what a level 700 rogue gets you on a lower level character. Like, oh no, damage. I'm taking 62 damage at a time. My health pool's in the 7,000 and I heal 300 a second. Yeah, I couldn't say on the design decisions on different variables. Like, the way they do experience is a bit weird too, is it tracks your total experience rather than just your experience to level. Which, I mean, sure, fine, but you're doing that, you're going to hit the overflow a little bit quicker. Yeah, that was a guess. It's only actually 228. Well, I guess 450-ish with combo up. Oh, bring resistance. What does that bring my resistances to? Because I maxed out on the talent. Yeah, only minus 780. That's actually really good as compared to my, armor being minus 5,000 and even being overgeared with that. So I'm only basically getting 5 times extra damage from elements as opposed to, like, math. 20 times extra from physical. If I could get the gemstone set, I'll be golden. I won't be positive, but I'll be like in the low negative hundreds. That'd be pretty sweet. But that set's a little bit harder to get 4 of. Yeah, let me actually pay attention to where I'm going. See what the cat's doing. What the cat doing? Okay, so I 2-hit with the combo right now. On these smallest of dudes. If I remember correctly, I think these are some of the few creatures in the game that have 0 armor. I'd have to go and double check. But one of the reasons they take so much damage. I know it's very, very low. One thing casting out spells also does is helps me catch secrets that I don't get an eye for. But if I'm not tired, I'm usually have a good eye for spotting them. But on this map, oof, well, that's right. I did take some Shadow Curse at the beginning. Let me get rid of that all right now. There we go. A little bit healthier. There's a secret. There is a console command that you can put in, or just change your configuration settings to extend the view out further. It might be in the description of the video. I think that's what I have it set to. Let me double check if it is. Yep. If you want to check the description of the stream, it tells you how to do that. These don't do enough damage for me to care about. Just run through. Wormling. I don't need to pick up everything, but the flying pets in HOH1 had me using the Wormling all the time, so just to honor that, I'd probably go Wormling again. If that was an option. Purely for aesthetics, though, probably a cat. I've not gotten the secret yet on this, right? No, I have not. Okay. Oh, Arctic Steppe. You know, I've been getting a lot of Arctic Steppes lately. Probably confirmation bias, but I'd say, what's up with that? It's definitely close to 500 for each stat. Just get that out of the pool. Because they're on Paragon. They're on New Game 166, and you can get 3 elixirs per level. I'm almost up to date, only a couple behind. 3 times 66 is, or 3 times 166 is 498. So yeah, just shy of 500. Ooh! That had me thinking I was dead. I am glad I am quick on potions. I've been here already. I did not need to go do that at all. Okay. There's the secret. Yeah. I'm glad for all the elemental resist. It really helps out on the actual hard stages. But being so weak to physical does make me almost consider getting a plate set to run for my sorcerer. Just the time involved in that, I don't even want to think about it. And I'd be doing a lot less damage. I can check to see if my guess is right for my wizard after this run. Don't mind doing that. But I know I can't be more than 15 behind because I'm not getting +5 elixirs. So I'm probably only 7, so it's probably like 490. Yes, please. I'll trade the useless epic for 500, or sorry, 5,000 stone. Any day of the week and twice on Tuesdays. After this floor, I do need to take a step away to get some water. I'm starting to feel a little parched. So I will pause and get back then, but I can finish this floor first. How am I doing experience-wise? About to be 2 levels in. Good, good, good. Get that out of the pool. Bunch of jumping back and forth. Hopefully trigger some stuns, which means less damage to me. Although it's only a 10% chance to proc. It's probably not that good. That means what? Each attack that hits does an additional 0.3 attacks. That probably pushes the needle not at all on proc rate. But it looks cool. And the talents are pretty much useless except for the defensive ones anyway, so... It is what it is. Because it would hard to be not what it isn't. Alright, post secrets, everything on the map, that's it. And I am going to take a quick pause. I'll be right back. Back with drink in hand, so let's get going. Ooh, there's a trade right there. What am I doing? Trade. Yes, please. More stone. I'm gonna have to stop by the chapel after this run, because I think I'm up to like at least like 23 or 24,000 stone after that trade. Maybe even closer to 30,000. Yeah, I do see some good stuns going in there every once in a while. Not consistent like with the Poison Rogue, Fan of Knives, and when they have their skull necklace. Not digital. I've been playing some more Magic. Proxies only, because fuck Hasbro. Lately. But that's been with some buddies. But nothing, yeah, no actual video games. Wait, let me think, is that true? I was playing Mega Bonk for a bit, but didn't care for the meta on that. I feel like there was something I have played recently and then just dropped a little bit ago, but not coming to mind, so it must be a lie. Yeah, I'm not getting into Mugenics. Oh, I played some Baba Is You lately. That's a blast from the past. It's a fairly old puzzle game, but I had never played it. I was like, seems like some fun. And it is. Sometimes it makes me feel smart, sometimes it makes me feel dumb. In the way a puzzle game always should. It's been a couple days since I played any Baba, though, so probably come back to it. Was that 3 or 4? That was, or 3 or 4, 2 or 3. That was 3, okay. A little bit earlier than I thought I'd be getting 3. Not going to complain. I love Portal. I don't know, I don't like speed running. For my own entertainment, I like watching speed running. I am not an incredibly good gamer, so speed running would frustrate me. Like, I can grind and I can do math. Ask me to have rhythm or do a set of things very quickly, very repeatably. You're asking for trouble. Yeah. I really liked both Portal games. I think the first game had better gameplay, but the second game had better production value. By a lot. Which I don't think is a very controversial take. Some people might think 2 had better gameplay, but one I felt like was more puzzle, where 2 was more find out what you can place the special goo on kind of gameplay. It was still fun, but it was not puzzly in the same way. I do enjoy how fast my pinky has just gotten it whenever it sees the screen flash red, just tapping the Q button. Like, I potioned before I even realized I was low health. Muscle memory. What game? I was thinking about booting up Final Fantasy X on the PC again and playing through. Really enjoy the music in that game. And it's engaging enough that I don't get too distracted. But then I remembered Blitzball, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Not that it's hard, it's just to get on all the special stuff, you have to play so many games of it. It is literally the most mind-numbing bull. And that's coming from somebody, you know, that has fucking level new game 166 character. It's like, fuck. Yeah, I was slightly disappointed recently because I've been hearing all the good things about Claire Obscura, which had actually dug deep into it. But I was like, oh yeah, it's a turn-based RPG game like the old ones. I was like, oh, I you know what, I like the good old turn-based RPGs, and they fucking lied to me. It is not a turn. It is a fucking quick-time event simulator, and I fucking hate quick-time events. So, after I found that out, I shelved that, but despite that, I might try to give Claire Obscura another shot. Or maybe Octopath Traveler. I still haven't played that. My friend recommended that so long ago. Yeah, with enough people talking about it, I'm sure that Claire Obscura is probably still worth putting up with the quick time events, but I hate them with an unreasonable amount of hatred. It's the reason that I have never played through the first chapter of The Last of Us. It's like, no matter how many times PlayStation reprints it, and how great of a game people say it is, it is literally been sitting on my shelf for since I got my PlayStation 4. Nothing will turn me off of a game faster than it having quick time events. I'm not even like saying it makes it a bad game, because it doesn't. It's just not what I like in a game. Which is why I was very happy that you can immediately turn all quick time events off if you are playing Dispatched. So it's not even like. Let me formulate this a reasonable, cogent thought. Some people's arguments about quick time events are that you're watching a movie instead of playing a game and just pressing an "Are you there?" button. I can agree to that to a certain extent. But I don't even mind playing a game that is mostly a movie, clearly, because I very much enjoyed Dispatch. As soon as I turned all the quick time events off. Granted, I do wish that they had a built-in way that you could skip scenes that you've already seen, but eh. Yeah. I feel slightly less agitated about button mashing events. I still don't like them. I agree very much, but I definitely feel that of the two evils, QuickTime events are the bigger one. I don't think by any means that button mashing events add to the game in any way, shape, or form. I just don't dislike them as much. Oh, Orb of Restoration, so sad. I know that my Steam library is not as bad as some people's Steam libraries because I don't buy games very often. Typically only on the recommendation of friends or something that I see and it's like, oh, I have to get this. But I still kind of feel bad because I loaded up Metamorph ReFantasio once. I started it, got to the cutscene, got distracted, turned it off, and have not looked at it since. And that was supposed to have been a good game. But I just can't seem to get there. I just don't want to fucking deal with it. I guess because it feels very much like Persona, obviously, because tons of reasons. And I really don't know if I like the Persona formula a whole lot. So I think the mental association between it and Persona is kind of keeping me from just wanting to go back there. Even though the gameplay is supposed to be a good bit different. Oh, let me checkmark somebody real quick. All right. Oh, I posted that a while ago anyway. Alright, I'm still that far away? I mean, I thought I was closer than that. I thought I was 3 levels in at barracks, which means I've gone through a course and a half without getting another level? Is that right? Oh no, this is the last level. I misread that. Okay. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I was about to say that's not mathing, and that's correct, because it was not mathing. Really? All the heads avoided me. That boss take 3 times as long as it normally does. Alright. Let's get combo and then just run to the end. Whee! Definitely was not close that time around. And aside from the vanity of having this character to level 500, there's like no reason for me to be doing this. Because the Sorcerer's guild title bonus is 100% useless at this stage in the game. And it's not like they're a good character either. So I'll probably end up dumping them once I get to 500 until I need to hit the next milestone, which would probably be 1,000. But I don't think I'm pushing them up even past that unless something in the game really changes. So they're going to be stuck at 500 for a while once I get them there. 40 minutes. Oy, that was slow. I think what I need, 1807. Yeah, like 60 more still. So another 4 more. New games. I did think I had more stone than that. That's miscalculation on my part. Trying to sell wood like a pro. Upgrade my boots a little bit more with the iron I found on that run. I still have not had iron trades in forever. But nothing I can do about that. Yeah, there was the discussion of looking at what my wizard's elixir count is at. Yeah, from elixirs plus 491, plus 491, plus 490, plus 484, plus 491. So I was not too far off with the 490. All right. Do I feel up for another one? Rogue is at 470. I could hop and do another one on. Yeah, let me just see what. No, because I have to re-enchant a bunch of gear. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep at this like this higher. Yeah. All right. I have sold a lot of my leveling gear, which makes me wonder if I'm going to regret it once the new class comes out. I know that my guild bonus is going to carry me so hard, but still, once they get to like level 3 to 400, I'm not going to have anything for them. So I don't think I'm going to sell any new gear for now, at the very least. And I am hoping, praying beyond a prayer, they do something about experience. To make it easier to catch people up. Even if there's not, like, a catch-up mechanic for floors, if there's a catch-up mechanic for experience, that would be wonderful. Because if I can just skip content and then do the catch-up experience... So much of my time is grinding mobs. No. There was nothing down there I even needed. The experience didn't hurt. Okay. Just a box down here and this. Okay. Nothing in the camp that I need. Oh, I missed this one. Book of Alignment. Okay, good thing I went back. I literally couldn't. Because in order to go through the Citadel, you need to have beaten the boss on that new game, on that character. Either Arista or Harbingers. And because this is my first time going through these, I haven't cleared them yet. So I can't go through Citadel. In addition to just also making your character substantially weaker and the run that much harder. Which obviously, going back with a high-level character, but... How do I explain that? Yeah, there would also be experience issues, and a bunch of other things. Like the same reason I couldn't skip the caves here. Like, if we could just go and choose the new game of your highest character, like in Hammerwatch 1, I would be like, all my characters would be so much higher than they are right now. Because Wizard can push insanely easily. So can Warrior, for that matter. And once I'm overgeared, I can grind them and get them done so much quicker. But because I have to do one new game at a time, and can't do any skips, means that I'm spending a lot of time just catching up. Like, I think, what, this... Does it tell me how long this stream's been going on? I could find out. I think I'm about pushing like 2.5 hours, I think, and I've done... this is my... I started on New Game 81, so... Like... Yeah, I can do a run every 40 minutes, and then an extra 5 or 6 for cleanup. Means... I'm not going fast. You. That gets more options out of the pool. Tough trade, but I'll do it. Stone is twice the value of wood, so 1 for 1 is still a good trade in that direction. But it does not feel good giving up that much wood for 1 trade. I think that was everything. If not, I don't care. And like if I do fail a run at a higher level, depending on how well geared I am and how cocky I am at the moment, I suppose, I will use the shortcut. And if I use the shortcut to get to barracks, I can finish a run in like 10, 11 minutes. As long as I'm not caring about experience. Because, like, the low levels do take time, but, like, the time isn't killing mobs. The time is walking from one location to another location. Which is why I place such high value on speed. And why I don't like that my boots are currently dash reduction and not speed. They were working out for the higher level I needed. Which, like, mind you, I think I showed earlier, but don't know if I did on it was this stream or the last stream. Like, my gear is all super boosted, like 800, like 830, 800, 800, 600, 700. My cape's low because my vitality's low, which I'm working on, but nope, get in there. Like, I could still be clearing this stuff with current level gear. It would just be slower on this sorcerer. I'd probably be safer because I'd actually have more vitality. Because I'm definitely well past the point where diminishing returns on dexterity is a good trade. I'm barely getting any crit chance, and my crit damage is scaling at squared power, or cube square root of a power. I am very tempted. I'm gonna go with this one. Trying to just avoid Shadow Curse right now. Any other trap I don't care about, but Shadow Curse I will give a little bit of leeway to. Well, if mana per second does become important again, I'll be set with my fancy, what will be 50 mana per second from Sorcerer. Which is really just equivalent to 500 focus. It's not even that big a deal. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. But nope. No trade. No deal. I'm about to get 10% crit. I'm not going to trade away a piece that would help me get close to that for a perk I don't really need. Yeah. Okay, I didn't have the secret set. Oh well. Yeah, get that out of the pool. Oh, and since I did have a little bit of Shadow Curse, let me just stop to show you what Shadow Curse actually does to me. That 12 Shadow Curse is minus 700 armor. And minus 700 of all resistances. At this level. It gets gnarly. Granted, by this point you'll already be higher in the negatives, but because I'm juicing gear way higher, it affects my armor disproportionately. As despite having minus 5,000 armor, it would be much higher if I had normal gear. If farming epics wasn't such a pain in the ass, I probably would have a separate plate set that I would use for Wizard and Sorcerer. Wizard because they can have supporting both Dex and Strength at the same time, and Sorcerer just because their defensives that they get all apply to elemental damage and not physical, which complements, you know, armor being very high well. But I'm going to have only one set because ain't nobody got time to maintain that. Oh, Skull Talisman. If I were a rogue, that would be a very good drop. But I'm not, so it's not. Well, specifically a Spell Power rogue. It's funny how that item is like God tier on a Spell Power rogue, but everybody else is fucking useless. Yeah. That is such a light cost. get 2 greens out of the pool, even though I don't need them. Alright, you made me get rid of the soldier set. You happy? Game knows I can't turn down a drums of battle. I need to come back across and get that. I was too distracted trying to head towards the shadow vendor. Already got the secret. All these are garbage. That one's useful. I'll take it for 3. Get rid of some Shadow Curse. That's the only Shadow Curse removed on the map. Get this gray, and then I'm out of here. Oh, Gamison. Oh, I would have got the soldier set. Game. Curse you. Means I could have had the 5-piece. I would have picked up the champion sigil instead of the wood. Oh well. It is what it is. It's still going to be a free win even if I don't. And my worry is getting one shot, not healing enough. So. Alright. Need to get the sigils to hurry up and get that last extra experience buff. Okay. I'm back at 4 pieces of soldiers, so that's good. Game was just teasing me a little bit. Just wanted to show me it had the power. Oh, there's a secret. I do need to kill these things. Need to stop and remind myself that. Oh, that's equipment. Don't need it. I'll take it anyway. Yep, no field. Ow. If you notice, I don't pick up any of these mercenaries, and that's because they're useless, and I think they make the game harder because they pull ads in weird ways. So, I don't get them, ever, if I can avoid it. Exception being on a game that does not have the achievement for getting them, in which case I will. I'll suck it up. But I hate them so much. I wish something would happen with them that made them not useless. Like if they had an aura that increased your stats, or some bull. But as they are, I would rather they would die in a fire. Okay, how am I doing experience-wise? I have to be... Yep, okay. Getting close to that second level. Let's see, is that both secrets? I see one. I see one. Oh, darn. Where's the other? There's the other. Get that out of the pool. Just one I did already, but apparently not. Best equipment, don't need to get that. Blessing of Wealth. Useless on its own, but now I can't get any 100% wealth totem or obelisk, so that's good. I still don't understand why the design decision that you couldn't get the same blessing as a monument was made, but it's not communicated anywhere. And just one of those odd things that you learn after playing the game for a while. No reason they shouldn't be able to double up. In fact, they even do if you get them in the opposite order, where you already have the monument and then you get a blessing. Just you can't find it anymore after that. Like, I guess I can understand not wanting your 25% blessing to go to waste when your spells are free, but like, that's the only one. And I don't think people that are choosing that blessing are mad if they get their spells for free. Because it means less mana regulation still. Yeah, this is definitely going to be my last one for the night. Which I think I might be talking to myself at this point. Is that a 0 or is that a 6? I can't read. So I'm going to assume it's a 0. Okay, that is a 6. Okay, never mind. I am actually having people watch. I was not sure at this point. Yeah, I haven't gotten iron in a while. I need that. I don't have the green one anyway, so it's worthless. Only good in a pair. I say right before I get the green greater ring of resistance. But I'm doing fine just on my own with perks from Sorcerer, so it's chill. Oh, let me minimize this. There we go. Separate window stuff. All right. I do have to play a little less risky for a second, as I have 1 potion left. Which doesn't mean much. I've just been pretty silly with my motion. I could have played a lot safer. Ooh. That was a bit risky. Did not realize I was going to get caught on the couch. Okay, well I think I have a path up to the potions now if I do get in danger. So let me go clear down here. Did not mean to bump the mic, sorry about that. Alright. I'm on the last level, I believe. Yep. So as soon as I hit that thing again, I'll be rushing straight for the boss. Let me pick up the potions while I'm up here and then curl around that way. Just in case. I really do like the satisfying whack that a lot of lightning spells have, even if they're not particularly good. Though I think the blue lightning closed circuit is the best for that. It sounds like a really hard-hitting attack, even though it does no damage. I think the archers here kind of have the opposite problem. Is like they're the main threat. Their attacks do not feel like they should be doing any damage because of the noise they're making. Oh wait, I can just get out of here and then use the pyre. Yeah, one faced him. All right. Good way to end the stream. All right, much quicker run that time around. part 2 to the one phase. All right. Well, like I said, last one for the night. Thank you for sticking around, people who did. Godspeed, and I'll catch y'all